Hello Internet, it is I, Dark Jedi. Today, me and my partners will be ranking a rather contemptuous film series. And this film series just happens to be the Michael Bay Transformers series. Let's just get straight onto this, shall we? It will be rather painful, and we have some interesting things to say about the series. The best movie in the series, in my opinion, however, is the 2007 Transformers movie. This movie has some really good fight scenes between the Autobots and the Decepticons, and some really good special effects provided by Industrial Light and Magic. However, the fight scenes are kind of bogged down by the human element. You know what I mean. Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox, they bogged down the movie. They didn't contribute much to the story, and I just felt that they were there to try to add a human element, but it just came off as forced and not really meaningful to the grand scheme of things. And then you had a lot of military porn, which is something Michael Bay seems to be infatuated with. And obviously it's a Michael Bay movie, so you're going to see a lot of explosions. And you just get basically every Michael Bayism in this movie. But at the same time, like I said, it's still an enjoyable popcorn action movie. Like, you can watch this movie when you have nothing else to do, and it's still pretty enjoyable. Like I said, the Transformers themselves were amazing. Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, I gotta give that man props. He is an amazing voice actor. Peter Cullen, and also, I personally didn't mind Hugo Weaving as Megatron. I mean, yes, I know many fans hold contempt towards that, but I personally didn't mind him. He gave Megatron a very intimidating voice. And yeah, but the other Transformers were voiced by very good, how do I say it, classical voice actors. But other than that, the movie was just enjoyable in itself. And it's also a good relic of the 2000s as well. If you want to go back to 2007, watch Transformers. It has the music, the fashion, the attitude, everything. But yeah, I do recommend this movie as a good popcorn movie, in the same vein as Independence Day. So if you have nothing else to do, just check this movie out. Number 2, Transformers: Dark of the Moon. After the first Transformers movie, I didn't really think any of the Transformers movies were worth watching, except for Dark of the Moon. This movie is, in my opinion, the reason it's number 2 is because it actually does expand a bit on the lore of the Transformers, and it introduces the character of Sentinel Prime, which is voiced by none other than Leonard Nimoy. May his soul rest in peace. However, this movie is still bogged down by the typical Michael Bayisms, you know, the explosions, the human elements, but it still has the good action scenes at the same time, and the really good special effects. But the thing I really disliked about the movie were, obviously, Shia LaBeouf, like the last one, but also this other character that I really hated called Deep Wang. And I am so glad of his outcome that it's just, I'm glad they killed him off. Okay, I'm so glad they killed Deep Wang off. He did not add anything to this movie. He was just there to be the Asian character from Community, you know, the Chang or whatever. But anyways, the movie still has the cliches of Michael Bay. You know, you have the military porn like in the last movies. And there's really over-the-top action scenes. Like, there's this one scene in a building that's crippling down, and they shouldn't even be alive after the outcome of that. So this movie really expects you to, you know, suspend your disbelief. But for the most part, yeah, the movie was really, really cool, with Sentinel Prime being the main reason why I like this movie. Although what they did with him is rather divisive for the fan base as a whole. I'm not going to spoil what they did with Sentinel Prime, but if you know what they did to him, then yeah, I'll understand why you don't like Sentinel Prime in this movie. But I like him mainly because he's voiced by Leonard Nimoy, who gives a stellar performance as him. But yeah, overall, I don't recommend this movie, but I do think that it has some redeemable qualities of it compared to the other Transformers movies, which are very, how do I say it? They're worse than the Star Wars prequels. Let's leave it at that. I think they are worse than the Star Wars prequels.
Hello, I'm the Cosmic Nerd. I stay informed so all of you can be warned. As you see, I'm not in a good mood right now. Why? Because of Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. You would think that it would do a good job as a sequel. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It does not do well for a number of reasons. Number one, and I really need to get this one out of the way. Why is there racist Autobots? Why? I've heard of blackfacing before, but robotic blackfacing? Somebody give Michael Bay an award for racism since Mel Gibson. Next, on Devastator. Why did they give him metallic balls? Why, for the love of God? Third, and this one has to do with the lore. You see, in the movie, Optimus Prime died, and they brought him back through the Matrix, whatever it's called. Insert continuity clash there. But that movie did a wrong interpretation of the lore on how Optimus Prime became a Prime, because being a Prime is a symbol of being a leader amongst the Transformers race. So the fact that Optimus Prime had his name Prime prior to his death seems like just some pathetic cash-in that they didn't even want to do the research in the comics. Which, I'm not the only one that's just nitpicking into this. It's anyone who is an avid Transformers fan. The next one that I really want to nitpick at, and this one is the one that really peeves me so, and that is, if Transformers can transform into anything they want, say a human, why the hell didn't they do that to begin with? The scene where Shia LaBeouf is stalked by a robotic yandere, and if you don't know what that is, look that up. The fact that he was stalked by a Decepticon that is a human. Why didn't the rest of the Decepticons be able to do that? Since they clearly shown that they can. And you want to know what's the worst part about this? This isn't even the worst one on the list.
Hello, people of the internet. My name is Hunter, and I'm here to give my opinions on the last, yet not least, Transformers film, Age of Extinction. I have many opinions on this film. One, it is absolutely boring as hell. I wanted to die. It took too long to get to the point. Too long. For 3 hours straight, I wanted to get a drill and shove it down my face. It is annoying. It is so annoying because it's exactly the same thing I saw in Transformers 1, 2, 3. Patriotism, goddamn explosions, and let's just say too much focus, emphasis on humanity. The name Transformers means on the species. That is the main character. The universe is based on the Transformers, not on Wiki as forget or whatever this other fucker name is in the last movie, who is like trying to be a fucking scientist and fails at it. It shows how repetitive the cinematography is when it comes to a Michael fucking Bay film. It is always crotch shots when there are people getting out of cars, fucking explosions, and a shit ton of weird racist crap. Whitewashed film. Yes, the explosions are great. Yes, the Dinobots are awesome. but they ruined the continuity of the goddamn Transformers so bad I wanted to die. There are points in this film that take too long. And the biggest gripe I have of this is Galvatron. Motherfucking Galvatron was made by humanity instead of being brought back to life by the biggest bad of all, Unicron. But no, it had to be freaking humans and cybernetics and crap. And they kill Ratchet. For you who don't know who Ratchet is, they kill him off in the first couple of sentences. It pisses me off. And you know what they did? They did exactly the same thing from the second one. They had Optimus Prime dead, but he's miracle by this fucking scientist in a barn brings him back to life. There are many continuity errors in this film. Very. So many that if you've watched this film, you have my absolute apology. I'm sorry. You had to sit and watch this film. That you had to pay to sit in the theater and watch this film. Or that someone gave you this movie thinking that it's good. I'm sorry. Because it's so bad. And I am so mad about it. I want Michael Bay crucified. Sadly, I don't like this guy. Also very bad.
He deserves to fucking die in the worst way possible. If you can imagine that, then you are on my side.
Pardon me, I don't know what happened. Ghosts? Or maybe Autobots, I don't know. I hate this movie! If you watch this movie and enjoy it, well, that is your opinion. Okay, sure, why not? I don't care. But I hate this movie. The story sucks. Cinematography sucks. The tone of the music's always BOOM! Explosions and shit. Sucks. Again, too many explosions. Explosions don't make a movie unless it's a documentary on how explosions came into cinematography. So, final opinions on this movie. Don't watch it. It sucks. Don't watch it. I don't know what they're gonna do with the new Transformers film, and God forgive humanity. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Just don't watch it. Thank you for tuning in to my misery of having to recall what I watched a long time ago over and over again. Thank you.